Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 190. Oh, yeah. It's your boy, Gabe Patillo, with Tim Router, Ed Placencia, and Chris McCracken, of course. And as always, we are talking about games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I have to say to Chris, may the 4th be with you, sir.
May the 4th be with you as well.
To Ed,
yeah,
happy Cinco de Mayo.
Why? Because he's Mexican?
And to Tim, thanks for being here, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Happy White History Month.
Yeah, I could have sang a Dierks Bentley line, but I don't know one.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm with you on that.
I don't either. We'll go with White History Month.
Okay,
every
great.
month is White History Month.
I hope you have a fact prepared.
Well, except for February.
Even February, trust me.
Oh, we get called out.
Well, may the 4th be with you.
Yeah, man. Nice. Oh, let's see. Tim Router.
Oh, yes, sir.
What's going down, brother?
Piper's topic of the week?
Yeah?
Give it to us.
Trees.
Yes.
She's pulling out some randomness. All right, trees. I'm allergic to them. I know that.
I'm pretty sure the one in my front yard is dead or diseased.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man,
Nice.
I do love spring when everything starts to get green again and you actually have like shade from the sun. I think it's beautiful.
So did
yeah.
I when my tree would get green.
What kind of tree do you have out front?
It's a magnolia tree, and the first couple years we lived in the house, like it bloomed, and the neighbors directly across the street have one as well, and theirs is a little bit older than ours, but theirs gets real big and green and all these flowers and stuff, and ours, the last like 4 years, gets kind of like a yellowish green, just a few leaves, a flower here and there. It has not gotten bigger. It's just the zombie tree. It's the zombie tree of the yard.
Pretty sure that's a Walking Dead tree.
Yeah.
This is our first house with nice trees.
Yeah.
Our
good
last
deal.
house didn't have
Any.
The soil wasn't right. Exactly. The soil wasn't right because what we lived on used to be a lake. And so they drained the lake, filled it with gravel, and then put, I guess soil on top of it. And
Yeah.
so our soil was only about 9 inches deep.
Oh,
And
wow.
so we couldn't. And Jenny always wanted trees. She was like, maybe we could plant a tree here. I was like, we can't plant trees. She's like, well, maybe this spring we could plant a tree. I'm
They
like,
will
I don't
die.
think you understand. We're on gravel. And so
That's awesome.
this is our first time having trees. And that's good of Piper. It helps us breathe, and also we make money from them.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
true.
It does not grow on them, however.
It kind of does.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
They
I'll give you
grow,
that.
we chop it down, make it into paper, and make paper into money.
That's
That's
true.
That's
It
right.
grows
So-
in trees.
Trees
right.
grow for money.
That's right.
That's what the homeless trees sign says.
There it is.
Will grow for money.
For money.
We'll grow for
We'll grow
money.
to be money.
Can you spare some bark?
So good on you. Good topic of the week from Piper. Thank you, sweetie.
Good job.
So Lauren and Piper were down at the beach on Sunday through Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. You've been by yourself.
I have been by myself.
Have you showered or changed your underwear?
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh, you did it without them around?
Without them around, I'm very proud of myself. I
There
did
you
it
go.
The
all
underwear
by
is
myself.
dirty because he hasn't cleaned any of it.
That's right.
He ran out.
I just turn it inside out. It's fine.
There you go.
So
That's efficient.
So I binge watched for the first time since before Piper was born. I binge watched Walking Dead season 6.
Nice.
Any good?
All Saturday and just a little bit of like a couple hours Monday night. And man, that series is good.
Dang it. I'm still back on season 5.
I know, man. You got to catch up because Netflix
Okay.
posted season 5, so I caught up on that back in like. When did I do that? November, maybe? October, November. They usually post the previous season when the new season starts on Netflix.
Right.
So, I mean, I've had these episodes on my DVR, and like I said, like I can't watch it around Lauren or Piper because,
Yeah.
Lauren doesn't like it, and of course, Piper would be scarred for life.
Yeah, exactly.
But Man, it is really good. And there were a lot of people kind of freaking out about the ending of it. And
I don't want to hear it.
No, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I'm totally fine with it. It gets you very excited for the next season. So, it's probably good for me to just binge watch. And I've done that for the past 3 seasons now, just to do it all, because if I were to go week to week, I'd probably lose my mind.
Right. Yeah. So it's hard to wait.
I'm kind of doing that with Game of Thrones right now too. But because I'll watch it as they go, because at the next day everybody talks about Game of Thrones, so there's no way you can't find out what happens in the previous episodes. So anyway, I was a bachelor for the weekend and it felt really weird. I made dinner for myself, which consisted of a big pile of scrambled eggs and bacon because I wanted breakfast for dinner.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
And honestly, it was amazing.
I was about to say, that sounds so good.
I took a picture of it and sent it to Lauren. She's like, "Man, you really are single right now, aren't you?" I said, "Yep."
Good deal.
But I binge watched The Walking Dead. I had to file a claim on my insurance because my sweet wife scraped our Yukon up against a concrete pole in the back alleyway by the garage.
Shoot.
But it's all good. So I had to go through that.
How disappointed were you?
Well, she called me on Friday by saying, "Babe, I hit the car." I said, whoa, back up. Are you okay?
I hit the car.
Are you okay? And she said, "I'm fine, but I hit the car." I'm like, "Okay, well, what happened?" And so it was just one of those, this is why I drive, woman. Of course, I didn't say that out loud.
Of course not.
But she knows.
But you did hear.
Give her a break. I'm sure that pole jumped right out in front of her.
Exactly. But it's all good. Our insurance company's awesome. So I already took it down to the approved body place. They looked at it. We did the estimates, everything. I've got a deductible. It'll be fine. So
good deal.
Nice.
It's all good. Let's see.
She's like, I grew a human. I'm allowed to back into things.
Yeah. She definitely gets a pass, and it's Mother's Day this Sunday, so I'm like,
after the cauliflower story, she's always got a pass.
Oh yes, she does. Oh, she had a big old smile on her face when we were listening back to it, and she heard the story. She's like, gotcha.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was great. On the gaming front, I'm still. I thought I was going to game a lot more on my time off, I guess you could call it. But right. I just ended up binge watching. It was just so much fun.
That's all right.
Nice.
But I still am playing some Guacamelee, and I may try and go for the platinum on this. I don't know why.
Wow.
But I've already got a good chunk. I got to look at it again because I briefly looked at them like, there's no way I'm doing this.
Yeah, I would think a game like that would be really, really hard to platinum.
It might be a grind because I saw one that was like do a 125 hit combo. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get to that. And I got to that pretty quickly. And I was like, oh, okay, this actually could be good. But I think I've heard that it's kind of tough. So I may bail on it. But I'm having so much fun with it. I haven't played a platformer in a long time. So this is a lot of fun. I'm having a good time with it. And still hitting that Clash Royale on mobile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. How's that going?
Man, I can't crack 1,000.
What?
On the trophy thing yet. I just can't do it.
Come on, you got it.
I'm at 934 right now, and I keep going. Like, I've finally been able to upgrade a few of my cards. Yeah. And I need that dang Prince, man, because when he comes...
Yeah, that thing is ridiculous.
I hate him. When he comes charging, I get... Oh, it's just like, So I need to get him. I don't have him yet, but I've been doing a lot of playing around, like I did in Hearthstone originally, with just different characters. I think I found my groove now, so... but it's weird, like, sometimes you'll win, like, 3 in a row, and then, boom, you lose 4 in a row, and...
Yeah.
But it's fun, man. That game is really, really addictive.
Yeah, what is it? What is it about it?
I don't know, man.
Me either.
It's like Hearthstone. I think it's like you have cards,
even faster. Like
it's faster,
3-minute rounds.
Yeah, and it's more visual, and you're just like, I don't know. Here's my thing. My whole thing with my deck, if you want to, I guess you can call it that, is I go for lower elixir counts, so I basically hit people up more and more and more and more because I have lower cards, and then I have a few 5s, like maybe 1 or 2 5s, but everything else is 3s and 4s, and I've got a 2 in there too. Just that way I can just keep pounding, and most of the times, eventually, it overloads them, which is good.
Right.
So, but man, that game is so much fun.
Nice. I like it.
And I think that's pretty much it for me.
Woo. Chris McCracken.
Okay, so last Saturday, Stacy and I went halfway up to Oklahoma to meet up with her parents. Stacy's leaving this coming weekend, so she's not going to be around for Mother's Day. So we wanted to go up there and have a lunch with her mom and her grandmother, and her dad was there as well. So hung out with them for a couple of hours. It was a lot of fun. Nothing fancy because it's smaller towns up there, so we just went to Olive Garden. But it was still good. I haven't been to an Olive Garden in forever.
Seriously, neither have I.
That's the Mother's Day restaurant.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, it was hopping. Apparently that's the only one that's there.
Yeah.
I'm used to there being an Olive Garden on every, corner pretty much.
Right.
But it was really good. I liked what I had. I had this chicken Alfredo pot pie kind of thing. I ate the whole huge plate. Shouldn't have, but it was great.
Whatever, dude. You're skinny. You can pack it in.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm starting to put on the pounds. I've got parts you can grab now. So
I got parts
it's coming.
you
It's
can
finally
grab now.
happening, guys. It's finally happening.
I highly doubt that, dude.
That's funny.
Other than that, I mean, just work, as I've been saying before. We're still kind of in that grind, trying to get to over the next hump. And then on Sunday, I don't know. I got this. So I have above my desk, I have an Alpha shelving unit. And what I've done with it is it's got all of my like collectible game stuff and other things that I've gotten from collector's editions or whatnot, nerdy things like Star Wars stuff. And I remembered, I was like, I'm pretty sure I still have my original Metal Gear Solid case and discs with the book and everything. I was like, I'm almost certain I've got that somewhere and I want to put it on this shelf. So I went up in my attic, I'm digging around and stuff, and I came across this box. I was like, wonder if it's in that one. So I pulled it out and I opened it up, and it was like the jackpot. So
it definitely was the jackpot, man.
Like, did a light go off? Like, it was like, more, like as you open the box,
started glowing,
shone on your face.
Like, Stacy, open the door. I'm bringing stuff down. So it had a PlayStation 2, which did not have controllers or power cables, just the PlayStation 2. So I got to keep looking. I feel like those will pop up somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And it had a bunch of PlayStation games, original PlayStation. I had Metal Gear Solid, which I did find and is now on my shelf. I had Tomb Raider 2, Twisted Metal 2, and then Gran Turismo 2. A lot of twos.
Yeah.
And then I had a whole bunch of PS2 games. I did have Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, which also are on my shelf at the moment. Plus a bunch of other things. I had a couple GTA games, Vice City and San Andreas, God of War, a lot of other things. And then I found, which I totally did, like when I found the PS2 stuff and the PlayStation 2 and the games, I was like, oh yeah, this kind of brings my memory that I still had these things. But then I found an in-box Super Nintendo. And inside of it is all the hookups for it and 4 controllers.
Nice.
What?
And I did not at all remember that I had that. That totally took me by surprise. I've not tried hooking it up because I don't have any games. I couldn't find one anywhere, so I wouldn't have anything to put in it anyways. But I know my sister has a couple SNES games because she bought one for my little nephew a year or so back. So I may go and borrow one the next time I see her and see if I can't fire it up and see if it actually works. And it actually has the sticker on the bottom right of the box that says, "To Dusty, Chris, and Corey from Santa."
That is so cool.
My gosh.
Yeah, so
That's
if nothing
really
else,
cool.
it's just a fun little thing that I'll definitely keep. I ran out of room on my shelf. I don't have any place to put it, but it's up
You
in the
better
same
clear
spot
some
now.
stuff off, Doc.
Yeah, I know. It's just the I don't have very much shelf, and it's a huge box, a lot bigger than I remembered. So I need to reprioritize and mix some things around.
That's funny.
On the gaming front, still playing Ratchet and Clank. I'm almost 100% sure that I'm at the final boss. I was playing it last night. I'm trying to get it all finished out because I want nothing in my way for next Tuesday.
Yes,
I want
sir,
everything to be
right.
out of the way, and I can just hammer out on Uncharted 4. But man, this last boss fight is just kicking the heck out of me.
I hate
on
that.
the game. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's I'm sure it's mostly my own fault because I'm older and I'm not as good at games as I feel like I once was. But on top of that, there's all these kind of one of Ratchet and Clank's kind of big things about the game series is you get all these weird, crazy weapons. And I've bought almost every one of them. And there's only one that I'm missing at the moment. But I found that I gravitated towards these 4 weapons in particular, and those are the ones that I fully upgraded. Well, it's very apparent that on the boss fight that I had just before this one and the guy that I'm on now, that they really want you to cycle through all the weapons. So the ones that I powered up all the way, 2 of them are really not very effective on the boss.
Oh, I hate that.
Because he's flying around and they're weapons that are more ground-based.
Oh, right.
So I'm like, well, geez, so I'm trying to flip through these weapons. I'm also having to fly through the air and go from these platforms. And, it's beating me down. And last night, I got to and I was like, nope, I'm going to go to bed now.
Yeah, that's smart. Yes. Yeah, when that happens, you have to just kind of quit because you're going to go back today and you'll probably get it in like the first couple tries.
Yeah, it is possible that at one point Stacy came in my room and opened up and said, "Are you okay?" Because I may have been getting a little bit too frustrated. So to the lovely wife, I apologize for interrupting your television programming. Sometimes games just get the better of you,
Yes, sir.
But I will finish it out tonight. The only other thing about the game, I'm not a fan of puzzles. I mean, if it's a puzzle game like Tetris or something, that's cool. But I can't stand like in Uncharted and whatnot when you're doing all this cool action and then, let's grind to a halt so we can do a puzzle. That is not my idea of fun. So the last couple puzzles that I've had in Ratchet and Clank, they have this option where you can hit the square. It's like an auto hack, so it basically does the puzzle for you. And the first time I looked into what it was, it said, you can't get the trophy if you use this. And I go, then I'm not doing that. Yeah, I did that the last 2 times.
Nice.
I'm just like, no. I got to keep moving.
Yeah. Get through this thing.
Yeah, you're like me, man. You're impatient. You just want to keep going.
Well, and I was afraid because since I don't know for sure if I was getting close to the final boss, it's like I don't want it to come to the weekend. I'm still working on this. I want nothing in the way for Uncharted 4.
Amen.
Also been playing some more Metal Gear Solid 5. I am going to go for the platinum.
Yes.
I'm
my gosh,
Come
you're
on, man.
crazy,
Go
man.
for it, dude.
I'm really close. I've already prioritized it. I know what I want my last 3 trophies to be. And so I've made a list. I'm like, well, if I'm getting into this in depth, it's going to happen. It's just going to take me a while, but it will happen. And I'm not going to be playing it all starting next week until Uncharted 4 is done. So it'll happen and I'll celebrate it, but it's on the way.
Nice.
That's it for me.
Edward.
Yes.
What is going on?
I, in general, am not a fan of musicals.
Me neither.
What in the world?
That's a good way to start.
That's hilarious.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that's like kind of got an edge or like a humor slant to it. So like Spam-A-Lot or Avenue Q or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But in general, I shy away from that. I have been listening to the Hamilton soundtrack.
I was about to say, I was like, you got to be going with Hamilton right now.
Nice.
That is amazing.
Is it?
Oh my gosh. And I actually, I found a website that has all the lyrics written out because they fly by so fast. I learned a lot about history this week.
Ed goes back to school.
I know, right? And then
That's
yesterday
awesome.
they got 16 Tony nominations, which again, I never follow those. But I know 16.
They are nominated for 16. Holy cow.
That's a bunch, right?
Yeah, that broke the record for nominations. So
I'd imagine it shattered the record. They're like, the last one was 6.
The last was 15. I don't remember what it was.
It had to have been Rent. Was it Rent?
Could have been, yeah. I don't know what it was, but
So is that a new show? I don't know anything about that play. Is that a new play?
It's out.
Yeah.
It's out just this year, and it's about Alexander Hamilton. But it's all done. The casting it's amazing what they've done. I mean, Washington is most of the people are played by black people. So they didn't pay attention to any kind of racial anything. They just cast people.
Yes,
That's awesome.
And it's all rap.
It's all rap, and it's good rap. It is really well
That
done.
guy who wrote it is a beast.
Oh my gosh.
Like
he was on
beast.
last week, and it was just incredible.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he did In the Heights as well, which is like a huge, which was a huge, like when it came out, it was ridiculous as well. And it was all rap. And then he's done some other things for like a podcast I listened to called This American Life. And it was really good. And you're like, it's just everything this guy touches is just awesome.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Great.
His name is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's from Puerto Rico, and he plays Alexander Hamilton as well as writing everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I've just been wandering around the house all week going, my name is Alexander Hamilton.
Nice.
Sarah had a friend in this weekend to do a Zumbathon, and so whenever she has someone in town, she stays here, and she's from Boston. And I just had to get a laugh because it wasn't 5 minutes, and she was talking about something and said, "It was wicked cool."
Oh my gosh. You're like, you actually say that?
That's exactly what I said. I was like, I thought that was just a thing made up for TV.
Nope.
She just said, I knew I was going to say that and you were going to say something.
Yeah, and Ed, I'm sorry. I'm sure she corrected you, but it's Baston. It's not Boston. It's Baston.
Baston.
Exactly.
That is funny. You see, you actually said that. I thought that was something just made up for TV. You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? Talk about like cultural differences. My friend went to Japan to play some shows, and you know how like if you're around an artist, or I know a lot of people can't relate to that, but like what happens like when I'm around an artist, for some reason I can't get their songs out of my head.
Yeah.
So he went to Japan, and during sound check, on his guitar goes bling a ling blink 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 blink, right? To where the people he was with were like, "What?
What
are you doing? Are you kidding me?" But they had no idea what that was. Like nobody was offended because that's an American Asian thing.
Is that
like,
right?
We like Hollywood made that up for Japan, not Japan made that up for Japan.
Oh my
and so
God.
it was a close call. But
No kidding, man.
He said he wanted to like crawl under the stage, like.
Oh, we're not racist at all, people.
Yeah, we're racist and sexist on this show so far.
That's right.
We're offending somebody.
Equal opportunity offenders.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, that's
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh. Japanese women right now are really upset.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, Ed, how's the Uncharted re-recording going?
It's going very well. I am. When I stopped, I was at the beginning of chapter 20 of 22 on Uncharted 3. So
awesome.
I am almost done.
When you came up for air.
I came up for air, and man, those games are just so much fun. Doggone it.
Is it better the second time?
It's funny because
It can't be. There's no way.
it's pretty close. Even though I just played it,
Right. That's what I was thinking.
it moves so quickly that I'm still like surprised when things happen. I'm like, oh crap, this is happening now, and oh man, this is what the heck, spiders, and it's
Awesome.
And were
What
there
the heck?
jokes and things that you didn't catch the first go through that you're catching this time?
There was the biggest thing like that was in the beginning of Uncharted 3 when they find the library in the London Underground. There's a huge spider in a jar sitting there that kind of is foreshadowing to the spiders coming up later in the game.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty clever.
I love those little
I know, right?
things
Yeah,
like
Ed,
that.
did you find or did you play The Last of Us yet? Have you played that?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Did you see like in Uncharted 3, I believe, when you do the bar fight, if you go around to the corner of the bar, there's a newspaper there talking about this weird kind of virus thing that is happening over in the United States.
You're
No
kidding.
way.
Yeah, no, it's because it came. The thing is so for those who may not remember or weren't around back then, when The Last of Us was starting to be teased and thrown out there, like it was very cryptic and nobody knew what it was and nobody knew who was making it. Like it was very under the radar. Like Naughty Dog was not saying who it was. Everybody's just like, what game is this and who is making this game? And nobody thought it was Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog's a pretty small team and they were working on Uncharted and everybody knew they were working on Uncharted 3 because clips and stuff and they were getting ready, the PR for Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
And when the game came out, that Easter egg was in there and they actually didn't mean to, they put it in there, but they're like, you know what, we should pull this because we want to keep this con going that people don't know who it is. And it went through anyways. And they're like, oh my gosh. And then all these people were like, check this out. Naughty Dog thinks this is cool too. And they wonder who this person is and weird stuff like that. Nobody really realized that it was them until it dropped. And then everybody's going back and saying, oh my gosh, it's them. And all this crazy
that's
stuff.
That's
so
cool.
dope.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so little stuff like that. Like
love
there's
that.
always weird, cool little things foreshadowing other stuff in Uncharted games. It's fun to find those things.
That's awesome.
I like that little tidbit.
I know,
That was
right?
great. Nice little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris McCracken.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Also on the gaming front, been playing a couple games on the iPad this week. One called Gummy Drop, which is basically Candy Crush.
I was gonna say, is it similar to that?
Yeah, very similar. Just I haven't rage quit that yet.
Okay.
So it's interesting that we let Candy Crush take over instead of being like, it's basically Bejeweled.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah. It's basically the remake
Candy
of
Crush
Candy Crush
is basically Bejeweled. Yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then a new game from Ubisoft called Hungry Shark World, which I guess is a sequel to.
Oh yes,
and
I love that. That game is hilarious.
I never heard of it before, and it's like you said, it's hilarious.
I played it on my phone. Yeah, I played it on my
Shark
phone.
World.
Yeah, Hungry Shark is great, man.
I've never even heard of that either.
It's a lot of fun. You have to basically eat whatever you come in sight to stay alive. Like you start with a full health bar, and like it just slowly goes down, and then you just have to go run around, and you use tilt, and you use their what's it called? Thank you for directions.
I have no idea.
Gyroscope.
Oh, okay.
See,
You have to use the movie thingy to do the thing.
You got a thing with the doodad and the
When you lefty,
doohickey.
it goes lefty. Yeah.
You know, the gyroscope. Thank you very much.
Gotcha.
It's really cool. It's a fun game.
Yeah, on this one you don't use the gyroscope.
Oh,
On
you
the
know?
iPad version?
Yeah, you put your thumb wherever you put your thumbs on the screen. That's where like the joystick is, and you kind of move your thumbs around the screen.
Nice.
The invisible.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Huh.
it's been pretty fun. Sarah was watching me play it, and she said, "Wait, you're the shark?"
It's awesome.
Yes, I am.
He
It's
said,
all
"Yeah,
of your
baby."
shark fantasies to come true.
And you have to understand, though, Ed does not like sharks.
I'm petrified of them.
Like, he really doesn't like them.
And every time you play the game, every time you play a level, it starts with a shark coming at the screen with its mouth open.
Oh, nice. So Shark Week's like your favorite time of the week. Or year, I should say.
Yeah, that's when I don't watch any TV.
There you
Ed
go.
doesn't like sharks enough to where when he was playing Far Cry 3,
Oh.
every time he got in the water, he was like, until he got out of the water.
That is awesome and good to know.
Yes.
I don't remember when I got to hear you doing. Did you do a Let's Play of Far Cry 3?
I think I did. I think either that or a Twitch stream.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I just
that's
remember you
great.
screaming every time you were in the water.
I hate that.
Like, no sharks, no sharks, no sharks, no sharks, no sharks.
That is great.
It's a lot better when you are the shark.
Yeah, exactly. I like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Mr.
Oh, my
Patillo,
gosh.
sir,
Yes, sir.
what you got?
Oh, what have I been doing? Man, I've been actually getting some gaming in.
Yeah.
I think now that I'm like been home for a week, you can kind of take the shackles off a little bit. It's not so like, all right, come in, be a good dad and husband, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're in the swing of things. The kids are napping at regular times. Everybody's happy. Amara's in school some of the time. So here I come on the PlayStation.
That's so awesome.
And so I got to play Hitman, those 2 episodes of the new Hitman, and I don't know what I was waiting for.
Really? You love them?
Oh my gosh, that game is so fun. Like, I've been having it sit there, and I think I just forgot, or I was like, because I was going to do it for the channel, which I did do it for the channel, but I think one of the things I was like a little weary about was you have to go back and do what I've already done on the beta.
Yeah.
And the game's just not the easiest thing for my brain. Like, and so even though I love it, I'm not great at it.
Yeah.
And so it's a little hard for me. And so I was like, oh man, I don't want to have to go back and do those levels just to catch up with myself and then didn't do the levels. But man, I really enjoyed playing that. And so
That's great.
yeah. And so it's only got 2 episodes. This is the only thing that bums me out a little bit. The first episode that drops, and I get they're trying to sink their hooks into you, has 3
Yeah.
missions at the beginning.
I think so.
It's got the training mission. It's got another training mission you do twice, and then a third training mission, then France. So it's actually got 4. Like you kind of do 4 missions. And then the next episode only has 1. And so it's not like you went from 4 to 2 or 4 to 3.
Yeah.
You went 4 to 1. So that was kind of a bummer, but it's up on the YouTube channel if you want to check out me trying to fumble my way through Hitman.
Were those 3 training missions did they reveal something after every mission, like something new that you could do or another skill or anything, or was it just kind of all the same?
No, you don't really have that. What you will unlock as you go is things you can start out with before you go into the map. So this one, which I feel like is different from other ones, I know that you used to be able to pre-equip, but this one's like pretty in depth. Like,
yeah, it is.
You can pick your starting point if you've unlocked that. You can pick like what you might leave in a trash can in a bathroom, like if you want to leave a gun in there.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
So you don't have to walk in with a gun, because some levels you won't be able to, later on, you won't be able to just walk in the spot with a gun on you already.
Right.
And then they let you, equip what you want to take in there. So, and what outfit you're wearing. Usually Agent 47 only wears a black tuxedo every level. So this one you get to kind of switch it up. And so, yeah, man, it's just fun and it's smart and it's like, it's got you on the edge of your seat and you're like, I was nervous the whole time. I'm like, why am I still nervous? This is a game. I can load from my last saved point, but it just doesn't work like that. Yeah, so it evokes emotion. Really fun. And then, so that's on the YouTube channel. And then last night I rendered some episodes of AC Chronicles India.
Nice.
Where Ed left off. So I had caught up. I had played all of China, and then I caught up to where Ed was on India, and then I'm starting where he rage quit in India.
Is it tougher for you too?
You know what's funny? This game, so China, I feel like, so you have like a smoke bomb and a noise dart and something else in China.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is very similar, except I feel like you have to use the stuff way more. Where in China, I felt like I could kind of navigate the levels without having to use any of the smoke grenades and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But this one really forces your hand. And so that's been hard to get used to.
Yeah.
But and then Ed was, one of the things Ed rage quit over was the combat. Buttons and all that, and feeling like that feels all different. Well, what I noticed about our gameplay was I never fight anyone. And so I've never fought anybody to know if it's any different.
Chubby ninja.
Exactly. So I've gone through the whole level only assassinating. I don't ever fight. And so I don't know from that. So the game feels the same to me.
That's the difference between you and me, is that I try to do that.
You're trying to fight everybody,
no, I try to be sneaky, but it all falls apart.
Oh,
nice.
Hey, Gabe, are you recording it?
Yeah, I'm recording it. So I rendered some tonight. So I'll upload after the podcast.
What are you playing it on?
Awesome.
Are you on a console or a?
Yeah, I'm on PS4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because when they released all 3 together, I was like, well, and I feel like the accents are better in this one. I think I say it on the Let's Play. I was like, I feel like I've heard so many American white people do Indian accents that I don't know what an actual Indian accent sounds like.
Yeah, there you go.
It sounds like an Indian accent to me. Like, to me, and this is going to be really offensive, but like, I always thought that the Indians sound like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always like in my head, because from television and from people making fun of the accent, I always thought it sounded like that. And it sounds a lot nicer than that. The accents they use on the game, at least. And so the voice acting is really good. And the art style just overall is really cool. So
it really is. Yeah.
I'm so surprised you're playing any type of an Assassin's Creed game.
Well, no, I like platformers.
But you do like platforms, so it makes sense.
And I say this too, as an old school gamer, I don't really feel like I'm playing Assassin's Creed. I feel like I'm playing a really dope version of Prince of Persia.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Because Prince of Persia was a side-scrolling jump and climb up, and so it feels like Prince of Persia, that Prince of Persia should have been before they made it a fully 3D game. But anyway,
that's great, man.
Nothing else really too exciting of notice here. Remy is still here.
Yes, he is.
Of course.
Good deal.
Great picture.
In full effect. He was watching Elmo, by the way. We found that Elmo, Amara was at school and Jenny was like, you want to go eat somewhere in quiet? And I was like, sure. And Remy loves Elmo. So we kind of set Elmo up on the iPhone and he was quiet all breakfast.
Awesome.
Nice.
So we just gave him eggs and stuff and he just watched Elmo and ate. We were like, this is glorious. So
this is great, man.
I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
You never finished XCOM 2, did you?
Come on, man.
Okay. you never finished The Witcher 3, did you?
You go call me out in front of everybody like that?
No. No. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I don't know what prompted, but Chris was talking about puzzles, and I'm like, oh yeah, XCOM, because like you played the original, well not the original, you played XCOM 3 times?
Oh yeah, beat it 3 times.
And I'm like, is 2 that bad that you just don't want to go to it?
2 is not that bad. What's happened is my computer is not strong enough to play the game and record the game.
Oh, okay.
And so it's been really hard because I started on the YouTube channel, and so it's been hard to want to play it without recording it, but recording it, I have to like dumb down all the graphics. So what I think I'm going to do is, this is geek talk, but like I'm going to go from my computer through an HDMI to my thing and then record it on the Rocket.
That's a good idea.
The thing with HDMI though is that HDMI doesn't do 21:9. It only does 16:9 when you talk about the ratio.
Oh, so your screen's going to look a little weird while you play it.
My screen would look a little, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I can just grin and bear it, but that's
you don't want to do that, man. Not for a game like that.
Yeah, you want to play it in all its glory, and in 21:9 it looks awesome, and it gives you more, you can see more and all that. So,
yeah, I did the same thing for Michonne. So I've always been playing it and then screen capturing my game, and that sometimes can make the game, like my old machine for sure, it was pushing us to its limits to be recording the screen and be playing the game at the highest settings.
Right.
Which for a Walking Dead game is not very hard, I'm assuming. And then
I don't know. The
machine,
PlayStation makes it look hard.
Yeah.
The PlayStation's like, I can't do all this.
Exactly.
Oh, you're fighting, by the way. You're fighting.
on my newer machine, which is where I've been playing Michonne, I was trying to use OBS and everything, and I was just never happy, which I was trying to figure out all the settings. But this last time, the 3rd episode, which I forgot to mention that in my update, I did play that as well. I remembered, my computer's got an HDMI out, which my old one didn't. And I ran it into the Rocket and then through the Rocket to my monitor, which is also a 21:9 monitor. So I had to have it in the cropped view, but I was just like, this is fine because I can deal with this. Yeah,
exactly. You can actually do it.
It's a less of a hassle. I'm not constantly worrying about, is my machine going to explode? Which it's not, but it's just
Don't
way
you love
easier.
the Rocket?
I do, man. I don't like dealing with playing games on the computer. It's too much. When you're recording anyways, it's way too much of a hassle, but having the Rocket made it way better. I was like, this is so much easier.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking about doing something like that and just sending it through, the HDMI. Yeah, nice.
I did not mean to call you out on that. It just popped up in my head because
I'm totally joking.
I was like, oh man, I forgot that you were so excited for that game.
I didn't even go to Skellige on The Witcher, but
well, yeah, that's your fault. But whatever.
I feel like there's like 20 or 30 hours of content.
Yeah, there is. That's the funny thing. Like I didn't hit Skellige either, and once I did, I'm like, all right, I got another month ahead of me.
You ended up beating it though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. Good man.
That's awesome.
All right, Tim, you got it.
I got it.
Well, let's do it.
All right, new releases this week. Finally, the one we all had a lot of trouble with, 2 episodes ago? Battleborn is now out for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
I'm still getting those mixed up in my head. Like, I think the beta for Overwatch is out or coming out, right?
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
And then, but they still look like the same game to me.
Right.
I don't know why. They're not the same game. I don't know why they look the same to me.
That's right. We also have for the Xbox One Super Hot.
Heyo.
We have Shadow Complex Remastered for the PS4 and PC.
Okay.
And The Park, which for the PS4, Xbox One, the single-player horror experience developed by Funcom and made specifically for Gabe Patillo.
Yes. Exactly. Nice.
Moving on. Man, I'm so excited. We have charts. This is like,
there we go.
This is glorious. I'm back. It's
You're
incredible.
so happy about it. I love it.
I know, because it's usually like week of March of last year. And this,
Exactly.
Right.
And now it's week of April 23rd.
There you go.
Brick and mortar, U.S. only. Here we go. Number 10, MLB The 16, The Show for the PS4. Number 9, Dark Souls 3 for the Xbox One in its second week. Number 8, Quantum Break for the Xbox One in its third week.
There you go.
Number 7, Bravely Second, End Layer for the 3DS in its
good.
second week. Yep, 3DS still reigns supreme. Number 6, The Division for the PS4 in its seventh week. Number 5, The Division for the Xbox One in its seventh week. So now we have a
Interesting.
flip-flop.
Yeah.
They just keep going back. It's just so weird and cool to see Xbox, PS4. They're just kind of keep battling each other.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Ratchet and Clank for the PS4 in its second week.
Nice.
Number 3, Dark Souls, PS4, second week.
Woo.
Number 2, Black Ops 3 for the PS4.
Wow.
What?
In its 25th week.
Black Ops 3.
Wow.
Black
Golly.
Ops 3 for the PS4. Must have been a bundle or a sale or something.
That is crazy.
Or anticipation of the leak.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
Yeah,
that
but
could
why
be
go
it.
out and buy the game for the leak? Like,
Confused parents.
are they?
Oh, very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah. I got you the new Call of Duty. Mom, I have this one. Gosh.
Gosh.
And number 1, Star Fox Zero for the Wii U.
Wow.
There we go. Come on, Wii U.
157,000 units. And yeah, man, there you go. We got a few little oops
Uh-oh.
at DSpin67. Whoa, you guys were just talking about this on the podcast, something about the artwork. It's too early. Router in talking about the next Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Well, last week it was too early, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
2 days too early.
At Dante Logos, Nintendo so far has denied allegations that they are shutting down production on the Wii U, still going on for the time being. Now, see, that's not necessarily an oops. That's a
They're
hearsay.
not doing that. They've
That's
shut
a
it down.
hearsay because they might be denying it, but it's not necessarily.
Right.
We're not really wrong.
Not yet.
Not yet, but until they come out and say we're shutting down production on the Wii U.
Did you eat a cookie? Not saying I didn't eat a cookie.
That's right. Exactly. And then, yes, I totally goofed at PJ4OSU. Pretty sure they already have a hockey mode in Rocket League. Yes, it was called Snow Day. I completely overlooked it. Still haven't
Oh
played
yeah, I
it.
forgot about Snow Day.
I didn't even know about that. I heard people talking about it. I was like, was that free or was that
Yeah.
a paid?
No, it's
I remember Snow Day. Yeah.
Is it still available?
It's still available. I have to play it. I've been
Interesting.
I played a couple games of hoops and it was fun.
Nice.
Was it fun? I didn't do it.
You have to do it, man. It's totally different. It's like a whole different mindset because you got to try and get the ball up and over versus just doing like a straight hit. And it's fun, man. I enjoy it.
Nice.
That is great.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
fun stuff. That is it for moi. Back to you.
Nice. Christoph.
All right, well, I'm just going to start with the Call of Duty info because it's following up from last week and we've already kind of touched on it, but Infinite Warfare is a real thing, and it is indeed going to come with a remastered version of Modern Warfare.
I mean, is
There
it
you
bad
go.
that I'm more excited about the Modern Warfare? I put it out on
No.
Twitter like
No, it is not.
No, it is not.
somebody made a really good point. They said, because I was saying, is it bad that I'm excited more about the Modern Warfare remaster? Is it just nostalgia? And, some people are like, yeah, it's probably nostalgia. But one person said, it's okay to be excited because you only played Modern Warfare once. You've played Infinite Warfare for the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's true.
In the meaning that like all the little futuristic, like Call of Duty's been this futuristic thing. It does feel like for forever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Modern Warfare World War II?
No. It's like it was more like modern times. It wasn't
okay.
like the future though.
So it was like Modern Warfare?
It was like
Something like that.
nice catch.
Sorry.
Hashtag MTTG oops.
Hashtag Ed's a jerk.
No, I
Real
like
quick,
that.
Router. The one right before Modern Warfare was
That
the
was-
Treyarch game. That one was World War II.
That's World War II. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Modern Warfare, man, flipped the freaking script. I'm probably and what are they saying, Chris? That you're only gonna get it?
Yeah,
with-
so Yeah, absolutely. It's only tied in with the Legacy, Legacy Pro, or the digital deluxe versions. If you buy just the base Infinite Warfare, it's not going to have Modern Warfare bundled with it. And I mean, they're being a little bit cagey about it. They're not coming out directly and saying we'll never sell this alone. But when you look at the FAQ for how to get Modern Warfare, they say you have to have Infinite Warfare to get it bundled in.
But the Legacy, even though, I mean, you'll see those codes pop up on eBay.
Yeah, and
quickly.
I have to believe, like, I'm sure they won't sell Modern Warfare, the remake, the first year, but they're going to, at some point in time, sell that game by itself. They'd be dumb not to. I totally get why they're not doing it now. They want people to buy the new game.
Well, push the pre-orders too.
It works,
for sure. Yeah, of course.
What did you guys think of the new trailer?
I ain't like it.
I didn't play Advanced Warfare. I bought it, but I didn't play it.
Exactly.
I played a little bit of the multiplayer. I didn't play any of the story. I didn't buy Black Ops 3. So I'm a little bit interested just to see what it's about. I'm sure I'll play it and give it a try, but I'm buying it mostly for Modern Warfare.
Yeah, the future thing for me creates so many button combinations and so many like different things. Like I remember on Black Ops 3, it was like, all right, this map you have this map you have this, like this map you have a riot shield, this map you have this. You're like, oh man, can I get some guns and just like be a good guy? Like, that's all I want to do. Or like give me the jetpack every scene.
Right.
So Call of Duty is wearing me out a little bit on this futuristic thing.
Yeah, and the remastered is also going to include remastered multiplayer, and it's including 10 maps. Now the weird thing is going to be, so Call of Duty always has like a season pass or map packs that release. I wonder if they're going to do that for Modern Warfare. That's where I don't know. They haven't said
release
anything.
New maps.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's only going to include 10 maps. And I feel like, now Modern Warfare was one of the first big ones, so I'm not sure how many maps it came with out of the box, but most of the other games have been at least 15. So I feel like they're leaving maps off.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm wondering if they're going to sell them later, or if they're just like, hey, look, we redid these 10 maps, cool, but that's where we're ending, because it is just a remake.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting multiplayer to be part of it at all, so.
That's pretty sick, man. Like when I was watching the commercial or the trailer, whatever you want to call it, I was like, all right, future, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. They went into space, even though they've done that. And I was like, okay, all right. And then that guy shows up that you're with during that all gillied up scene with the cigar.
Oh, no, that's Captain Price. He's not the one in the gillied up scene.
Oh, that's Captain Price. That's right.
Yeah.
So they show Captain Price, and I was like, oh, snap. And like because I didn't feel it coming.
Yeah.
The fact that they were about to show Modern Warfare, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then they put out some video showing what the remaster, like I think it was 4 different locations in the game where it showed the original one, the 2007 version, and then the new remastered version.
Does it look crazy?
Yeah, and it's supposed to look better, but I mean, it looks a lot better.
Oh man!
So
Bring it on.
You get this every November. You going to get it?
Yes, he is. He's getting it.
I'm going to work out some way to get just Modern Warfare, probably.
Oh, so you're going to wait?
Really?
I don't know. Well, no, what I'm saying is because it'll probably, if I were to guess, it'll probably be a digital code in the sleeve of your game, or you'll get it via email or something like that.
Yeah, see, it is going to be digital. They confirmed that it's going to be only a digital download.
And so there's got to be codes. There's going to be codes floating around for people like, I don't care about going back and playing Modern Warfare.
There are going to be codes, I would assume. But the thing is, and I don't know, I mean, Activision's never done this, but it's Activision. They do weird stuff sometimes. I could totally see, based on the language that they've said, that it somehow looks to see if you have Legacy installed or the disc in first before it authenticates for Modern Warfare.
Yeah, very true. They're going to be real protective of that because they want you to get Infinite. They want you to get the latest one.
I'll tell you what, that's what they did on The Last of Us demo. I don't know if you guys remember that when they tagged it on to God of War.
That's right.
Is that right?
And so I had to go to Redbox, find God of War, and then put that in my computer. And then from their menu in game,
wow,
you would hit like circle to play The Last of Us demo. And I did that, and then it takes you to PSN, and then you download it from there. So
interesting.
Yeah.
And I want to be clear that that's not been said. That's the case anywhere. That's totally my speculation. That could be a possibility. And I was talking with some other people on Twitter. They were saying the same thing, like Braylon Jones. He was saying, I only want Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay,
exactly.
well, think of it this way. You're buying the remastered Modern Warfare, and they're bundling in Infinite Warfare. Look at it the opposite way.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. There you go. But is Modern Warfare Remastered $60?
Well, not only that, it's 80 because you have to buy the Legacy
my
Edition.
gosh.
Sheesh.
That's how they get
a
you.
lot of money. Yeah. Jeez Louise. Nice. I wanted to talk about, I'm going to butcher her name. Alicia Vikander.
Mm-hmm.
Does that name ring a bell for anybody? She was in The Danish Girl. She was the robot in Ex Machina.
Mm-hmm.
The man from Uncle.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And she's been named the new Lara Croft.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
I'm not familiar with her. I haven't seen any of that stuff.
I'm not familiar with her either, but I'm excited about a new Lara Croft. And I think that the Lara Croft games, for Gabe personally, it could have been my time of life because maybe I just thought Angelina Jolie was hot at the time. But I feel like the Tomb Raider movies have been the best video game movies ever.
Yeah, I agree. I said this before. Lauren loved them.
Really?
We went and saw them, both of them, at the movie theater.
Yeah. And so I feel like, we can, and this one, obviously, they're replacing Angelina. Angelina's, unless they were going to continue her story, Angelina's probably a little too old now to play Lara. But this girl's 27 years old from Sweden, and and they're going to follow the new, what's been released. And so
awesome.
It's going to be kind of like a prequel of sorts, probably. And I'm excited about that, man.
Yeah,
I like that they
great.
went with someone who's relatively unknown, so you go in without any expectations. You don't have any baggage.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that a new Lara Croft movie is coming out, and I think this girl will kill it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about. I mean, I've never seen her in anything, so I'm just hoping she kills it. But
Yeah.
Right.
you gotta lean towards the positive.
How's her English accent?
I would imagine it's pretty. It sounds like that anyway. Like in interviews, to stupid Americans, I think it all sounds
Right.
English.
Nice.
Chris, what else you got?
Well, fellas, we've got a confirmed release date for Dishonored 2.
Come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
Buddy.
It's going to be coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC on November 11th.
No, Wii U.
I know. They said, hey,
they
we're
stopped
working on it.
manufacturing that, remember?
No. Yeah, no.
Oh, that's a cheap shot.
no,
man.
No, that version is
Cheap
being
shot.
delayed to be a launch game for NX.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's not real. Don't oops me. That's a joke.
That's funny. Isn't the 11/11 the same release as Fallout 4 this past year? Or was that
Maybe.
11/10? I can't remember.
I don't remember, but I am so happy about it. I loved Dishonored.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Cannot
Bring it
wait.
on. That is so great. I'm glad for the news.
And this
Yes.
is a new protagonist and everything. Like, it doesn't really tie into the other one, right?
I don't know.
From the trailer?
I don't know, but we will definitely see something at E3 this year about it. So
It seems like a different time, yeah.
I'm excited about that just in general.
Well, and someone leaked or posted a photo on Instagram saying it was so fun doing mocap for the main character of the new Dishonored, and then they took it down right away because it was a new protagonist.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Well, and they are saying that you can play as a male or a female in this new one, which you could only be a male in the last one, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So that makes me think it's at least one of the characters is brand new because there wasn't a female last time.
There was no girl before.
Oh, man,
Right.
I'm so excited. Gosh, those games are good.
I love that game.
Yeah, me too.
But that's another one of those ones that could be hard. You know what I'm saying? Did you
Yeah.
beat it, Tim?
What's that?
Did you beat it?
Oh, yeah. It was hard. I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. Like, there was a couple places I'm like, I kept dying.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you get stuck on it until you finally figure the solution out. But that was tough because I wanted to do all stealth and not kill anybody.
Right.
So, unlike Hall, which he just went in and ransacked the place.
Yeah.
But
He's like,
so
where's the Uzi option?
Right. So if I didn't do it right, I started over from my previous save. Like I was that anal retentive about it.
Yep.
But that's the kind of game where you're allowed to be, and I think they encourage it. So yeah, I love that game.
So you got the good ending.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I need to oops myself. That wasn't Dishonored that happened to. That was actually Watch Dogs 2 that happened about.
Ah.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
and the plot thickens.
Yep.
Nice. Well, Vans, the shoe company.
Love Vans.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing out a bunch of Nintendo shoes.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like some high tops that like are all the old NES controller.
Mm-hmm.
Some Princess Peach slip-ons. Some Donkey Kong ones, or Danky Kang if you're on Jeopardy. Some Yoshi ones. Some Duck Hunt.
Oh man, are they going to do the controller on the slip-ons? I love those.
They did controls on the slip-ons, and they did a high top with that one, and one with Mario's face.
I'm definitely getting myself a pair.
Yep. Sorry, babe.
Yep.
You're not listening, but
I don't care. It'll be my summer shoes. Oh wait, when are they coming out?
Well, they're not out for release yet, but they did pop up on a website called 43. I don't know how you say it, but it's not American.
Oh, okay.
But it did pop up there, and they're gonna run between like $50 and $100. So it's not like crazy. Like we want $300 for our Nintendo shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely getting the one with the controllers.
Vans has been killing it with the whole license stuff because they're also the ones that have the Star Wars shoes where you can have Star Wars prints on your shoes as well.
Yeah, and they did the Fallout shoes, right?
Oh, I didn't know there were Fallout shoes.
Yeah, they did.
Wouldn't surprise me though.
Last year they did Fallout 4 shoes that were blue on the outside, yellow on the inside, and said 111 on the side.
Oh, that's right. I saw that. Gosh, that's so cool. Man, I love Vans.
Whoever's there, like securing those deals, is really rocking it.
Right. I know.
Well, and they seem to be doing it every year too. So that's really cool that they're actively pursuing modern, like the it things of the year. They're trying to go after.
Yeah, 'cause I'm a Puma guy. I really like Pumas, but I bought me some of them Star Wars shoes, a couple pair.
A couple pair.
I did. Stacy gets irritated at me because one of them I'm keeping in the box. She's like, "Where are those shoes?" I'm like, "No, they're too pretty."
That's great.
That's awesome. Well, the Entertainment Software Association has published its annual report on who gamers are.
Oh, bring it.
So they surveyed 4,000 households. And I don't know how surveying works.
Yeah.
I don't know how 4,000 speaks to 300 and something million, but we'll just go with what they got right now.
Sure.
So the demographics, 63% of U.S. households surveyed include at least one frequent gamer. Okay. 63%.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what they're considering gamer, but, we've had that discussion. 65% of homes own a video game playing device, while 48% own a quote-unquote a dedicated game console. 47% of gamers are between 18 and 49. The average guy who plays games is 35.
Booyah!
The average woman is 44.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they must be taken into account mobile gaming.
I was going to say that's got to be mobile thrown in.
Yeah. 59% of those who play games on a regular basis are men. 41% are women. The average gamer has been playing video games for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. The average frequent game purchaser is 38 years old. 60% of those who buy games most often are men, while the remaining are women, 40%. 40% of regular buyers pick up new games without trying them beforehand. Huh. That's a lower percentage than I would thought. I would have thought that'd be like
as well.
A little higher. I wouldn't think everybody would have their Redbox game on like that. How we spend our game time. The most frequently played gaming device is the PC. 56% of respondents, followed by dedicated consoles and smartphones. Handhelds are played least often. Just 17% of frequent players claim to use those. 50% of those with gaming consoles also use them to watch movies. Anybody?
Nope.
I don't watch movies on my console.
Not once.
You do it. What'd you say, Chris?
I don't really do it. I did it a little bit with my PS3 back in the day because I set it up as a media server and I could play them from my computer.
Yeah.
But on the PS4, which this is kind of, I'm a little bit different than most people, but because I record, I don't ever want to turn off the HDCP.
Oh,
and
yeah. True.
I've never bought any game or any movies, and I don't know if the Xbox One can be a media server. It probably can, but I've never tried it.
Yeah, I got you.
I've never played a disc on it, but we use it for Netflix all the time.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, Netflix for sure. I don't watch any movies on my console, but used to. 54% of respondents play games with other people, including friends, 40%, family members, 21%. Online gamers spend 6.5 hours a week on average playing with others. That's a lot lower than I would have thought.
Yeah.
6.5 hours a week. I'm like, yeah, that's on me too. That's all. Half of the respondents are familiar with esports. 45% of those who follow esports do so through social media. And we haven't mentioned, but E-League is a new show coming to TBS, I want to say.
Yes.
Just as a side note, 55% of frequent gamers are aware of virtual reality headsets. 40% claim they are likely to purchase a VR system within the next 12 months. Chris McCracken would be in that.
Yeah.
That seems like a low number being aware of it.
I know. You would think if you're a frequent gamer, you definitely know. It should be like 90% know about virtual reality headsets.
I think a lot of this data involved iPad and mobile games.
Yeah, maybe so.
All those stats scream that to me so far.
Yes.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, but I think you dispelled my thought when they were saying that most people play games on a PC. I was wondering if they were considering like iPads the same.
Yeah, is an iPad
but you did say mobile
PC?
Phones were separate, so
yeah, they're separate. Yeah,
maybe I don't know where they're lumping in iPad.
Well, here's how it broke down. So 56% of people play on PC, 53% of people play on consoles, and 36% of people said they played on smartphones.
So where do you think they're lumping in iPads and tablets in that one?
And smartphones.
Yeah.
You think that's part of smartphones?
I would guess. I don't know.
I mean, that seems to make sense, but
PCs,
so many people consider them like little mobile PCs. So that's the only reason I was curious. But if it doesn't specify, we only speculate.
Unless I can update the RAM in it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
So consumers spent $23.5 billion on the gaming industry in 2015. Since 2010, more and more buyers are spending their money on digital releases. Last year, 56% of sales were made digitally.
Ooh.
That's being helped because of mobile for sure. Yeah. And that's a 4% increase over last year. So
not a big increase though. Not that big.
Nope. Not crazy. It's not like the tide is like totally shifted.
I was going to say it's not crazy enough where they're not going to manufacture discs anymore.
Yeah. And the picture, I got this story
It'll
off Polygon.
Happen eventually.
And the picture that Polygon used for like people playing games is like the most generic, like college.
Oh my gosh.
Two white guys, a white girl and a black girl leaning on each other like, and like,
oh my gosh,
dude, that's so not what it's like, which is so awesome.
It looks like a photo for a brochure for a college.
It really does. Come to our college and get no work done, play some video games.
Right.
Holding this controller that looks like an Xbox One, but we can't say it's an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
The picture really should just be four guys with Cheetos on their chests giving each other the bird because they're pissed at each other because they're playing together.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, this does not represent the
no.
And the women are in the back with a scowl look on their face, like, can we go now?
Unless they're 44.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. What you got, Chris?
I wanted to mention this real quick. There's a new game, a PlayStation exclusive game that has an alpha demo out on PS4 right now. It's called Nioh. Have you guys heard of it? Nioh.
Oh yeah, it's like lowercase I or something like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's basically very reminiscent of Dark Souls, but it's based in Japan, and so you have like a sword and you're running around.
Yes, I did see that.
I don't know if you're fighting monsters. I haven't really looked into it much. I downloaded the demo on my PS4. I just haven't played it yet, and I want to give it a shot. But the thing that really piqued my interest about it is, and now again, it's an alpha. I don't know if this is going to go to the main game, but it has 2 modes that you can switch between in the settings, an action mode and a movie mode. And some people did some digging and they found that the action mode drops your resolution a little bit, but ups your frame rate. And then the movie mode drops your frame rate, but makes the resolution a lot higher and crisper and more textures and everything. And I understand that people say about console gaming, like, I don't want it to be like PC where I've got all these performance sliders and things. And I'm totally with you. But this is something that I'm really intrigued by. And I actually would really like, at least higher end action games, maybe AAA, I would really like them to implement this, because you have those people out there that they love their frame rate. And then you have the other people that they love their resolution. And I like being able to switch between the two. Yeah, I think that's really intriguing.
That's really smart. And I'm with you on that. I think that's a great idea. Give people the option.
Nice.
Right.
Because like on a fast-paced action game, I love having higher frame rates. I absolutely love it. But if it's not very action-oriented, it's just kind of story-driven, I'd probably would switch it over to wanting the better resolution and crisper image.
Yep. Would you switch in-game?
No, I mean, if a lot of games implemented this and I kind of knew what was coming.
If the action picked up and it was just a button that you pressed, do you think you'd go back and forth?
It would depend on how intense the action was. I feel like overall, if a lot of games did this and I knew kind of how it worked, I would know going in, oh, this is a game where I want faster frame rate, and I would just switch at the beginning and leave it be. I don't see myself toggling in between the game. So
yeah, that would seem to be annoying. Anything else pressing, Chris?
I got 2 other things I'm going to mention. One of them really quick. Mighty Number 9 finally has a release date.
Bring it.
It's on June 21st, which that game's been delayed like 2 or 3 times, so it's nice. And they're saying that this is a in-stone release date. So
nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see if that actually happens.
Yeah.
And then the one other thing I wanted to mention real quick is Oculus. Oculus has had a bit of a rough launch.
Yes, I heard about this.
So Oculus came out and they said that they are going to be selling their devices in stores. So they're going to be sending their product so you have like a demo station inside of 48 Best Buy locations. And they're also going to be sending stock to Microsoft stores and Amazon stores as well as Best Buy, where you can actually purchase from those stores. But where the problem comes in is there are still a lot of people that have pre-ordered and their Oculus has not shipped.
Oh boy.
So Oculus is stopping. They're taking some of their inventory, and rather than shipping it to the people who pre-ordered, they're shipping them to Best Buy and Amazon and Microsoft stores to let them sell them.
Yeah, they got greedy.
Oh boy. And that's going to come back and bite them big time.
It is absolutely a good idea for them to be in Best Buy and have demo stations to let people try this stuff out. But you do not do that when you've got people who pre-ordered waiting on their stuff.
Yeah, you can't do that on a Kickstarter. Like your whole thing.
That's the death of you. If you don't fulfill what you said, man, then good luck trying to get
How good
any
are
other.
you?
Yeah. Good luck trying to get any other Kickstarter campaign going.
And that's the thing. I don't know if it's the Kickstarter people that they have to go back to or not.
I don't know. I didn't see that specified. My guess is that the Kickstarter people have been fulfilled. It's probably all the people that pre-ordered after that, I would assume.
Yeah, the next dev kit or something like that.
Yeah, because whenever they released the pre-order for the final version, like there were thousands of people that pre-ordered it, you know? And those are the ones I think that haven't been completely fulfilled while they're rolling out this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's not right.
I mean, Oculus is here to stay. It's run by Facebook. And this is going to be a PR, black eye on them. I don't think it's going to, at the end of the day, hurt sales. Oculus is still going to do fine, but you don't do that. You don't slap people in the face like that. They've supported you. It's
crazy. Right. I agree. That helps you because you got to remember the people that pre-order are the ones that paid for the ones that are going to Best Buy.
Yeah.
Yes. They help fulfill your inventory and you're shipping it to other people.
That's jacked up.
You're like, I already paid for that. That's mine right there.
Exactly. I mean, if I had a pre-order and then my Best Buy got it, I would cancel my pre-order and go to Best Buy and pick it up. And I shouldn't have to do that.
You know what? Bump that. If I pre-ordered and it showed up Best Buy, I'm just going into Best Buy and grabbing it and walking out.
Well, you do that. I don't think that's how the real world works. But hey, I'll think about bailing you out.
We'll see you in jail.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wow, man. That's
I'm gonna get a collect call from Gabe. You remember that time when I said that thing on the podcast?
Yeah, I meant it. So I got this Oculus Rift in prison. That's funny. Oh, Eduardo.
Yes.
What's going on over at the YouTube channel, brother?
Well, like you guys mentioned, Chris finished up Walking Dead Michonne. 3 parts are up there now. You can watch that in its entirety. He's got some more Ratchet and Clank. Gabe, you mentioned putting up Hitman Sapienza.
Yeah.
And that's all up there. Uncharted 2 is done. Uncharted 3 will be done this week.
Nice.
And you know what's even scarier than snakes on a plane? VR on a plane. And if you haven't seen Gabe and his buddy Ryan doing VR on a plane, it's pretty entertaining. I like that.
That's great.
Nah, man, I could do this all day.
Yeah, I'm the one who put that video up, and I did not know where that joke was going. I was like, where is he going with that?
So yeah, and it's been a Gabe week over on the YouTube channel. People watching the mess out of this war of mine.
This must be a mistake.
No, man, they love it.
Is there a new song or something out called This War of Mine that people have been trying to find a lyric video to?
Well, they're sticking around and they're watching it. So even if they're there by mistake, they're tuning in and staying around for a bit.
That is weird. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and finish that game. I think I only did like 16 days worth of Let's Plays.
Yeah.
Cause it gets a little repetitive. But,
Right.
But I think, like what got me into the game at the time, because I remember when I was playing it, I was like, man, this thing is just dark and depressing. And then like an old lady and a young girl show up and want to, need a place to stay. And I was like, oh, well, man, I can't quit now. And then I quit a couple days after that. So,
There you go.
so I might need to go back if it's in demand. I might have to go back and try to finish that game up. My first playthrough, everybody just died. And so I was like, well, kind of like my Oregon Trail playthrough.
That was awesome.
But
and then we're handing over the Uncharted reins to you once next week. Is that right, Gabe?
yeah.
Oh man,
I cannot freaking wait.
Oh
I'm telling
my gosh.
you, man.
I think I've tried to slide it into every conversation with me and Jenny. She's like, "Hey, can I go somewhere on Friday?" I'm like, "Sure, as long as it's not the 10th." Because that's when Uncharted is coming out, and I need a couple days of solidarity.
Yeah, let her do whatever she wants from here until Tuesday, and then see ya.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just turn around randomly. Hey, Jenny, it started raining, so the 10th I'm going to play that game, and if that's cool.
You're gonna hear me on the podcast next week, like, oh yes, yes, y'all. I've been up for 2 days straight because I picked this thing up at midnight. We need to see if there's a midnight release, Tim.
All right, let's do it. Yep.
I'll call him. I doubt there is.
I doubt there is too. But you and I will go.
There's a midnight release at my house when it unlocks and I can play it.
I know,
right?
That's the only thing about digital. Golly, you get it right away. Shucks.
I don't care. I still love it. I love going.
That's awesome.
Is that it, Edward?
That is it.
Well, every week we ask you guys a question. Last week was no different. We asked you guys, how important is backwards compatibility to you, and do you use it? Haley over at the forum says, I use it every few days. I'd use it more if Skate 3 was backwards compatible, though. Skate 3. Nice. We got Kay Corcoran over on the forum. Old games often age poorly. Bring on the new stuff. Nope, don't care. Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
And over on the forum, Hop Tonger, Brett T. Bawden. Sorry.
Bawden.
There you go.
I like to keep my old games mostly for nostalgic purposes, and I love it when systems are backwards compatible because I can keep the old games and sell the old systems to buy new games.
Oh.
If it's not backwards compatible, I feel like I have to keep my old system around. Case in point, I have a PS3 and PS4, but no longer have an Xbox 360, just an Xbox One. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Makes sense to my small brain.
That's right.
Chowfie over on Twitter. Nope. I don't buy new gen to play old gen. Unless it's a banging room cabinet. Keep walking, backward compatibility. I wonder how he feels about it, though.
They got history.
Yeah, somebody got cheated on by an old game. Braylon Jones at BDog1221. It was important when I heard it, but reality set in and I stopped caring.
There you go.
New games, please. So, yeah, I feel that too. And then One Track Gamers at One Track Gamers. It's not that important. I still have my old consoles, but if it's an added feature to current consoles, I'll expect to use it.
Nice.
So there you go. That's kind of like, I think, where we all fell. Like, yeah, we want it to be there and we want to say that we'll use it. And like Router said, I want to have the option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you actually putting that into practice sometimes is when you're finding the time. Kids, wives, and 9-to-5s, y'all.
Exactly.
Right.
So sometimes it's harder, easier said than done. I like it. Well, you guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Come check out the website. Now over at the website, this is a new feature for us. It's slowly being implemented because it takes forever. But now all of our podcasts are listed on our website, marriedtothegames.com. And so you can go back and click on which podcast you want to listen to, and the player on that page plays that actual podcast. It used to be the player just played the newest one no matter what page you were on. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to go back to episode 94, like I told everybody to do to listen to Router falling asleep, you can go to that episode and listen to it. Because I know like Stitcher and some other ones only keep so many loaded at a time. So all 190 episodes are over at the website. So you can go to each page. I'm slowly doing it. So I think I've got the latest maybe 20 or 30, the code updated. So I'm slowly making my way back through.
Awesome.
Well done, you.
Well done.
Also, we're on Google Play now.
Yes, and we're
That's
on
right.
Google Play.
Well done.
That's right. And we got some exciting stuff coming up for episode 200. We're still figuring it all out. But we got some cool stuff. So we'll let you guys know about that as that comes in. We got 10 weeks officially.
Oh, snap.
Man.
Man, it's going to be here before we know it. It's
Yes,
going
it
to be
will.
awesome.
Yeah,
10 and a half weeks, really, because we'll do A and B. But what did we say? The 16th of July?
Yep.
You need to just switch up. What did we say? The 20th?
The 16th of August? What?
Yeah,
People
exactly.
who purchase tickets, flight tickets, they're like, no.
Exactly. The 16th of July, you guys, Nashville, Tennessee. Come get you some. Gonna be a good time.
Gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna just be great to be together
Yeah, seriously.
as a family, as a community. Chris McCracken.
Rate us on iTunes so that my zombie tree doesn't uproot and kill us all.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
Nicely
Nice.
done.
Well done.
Let's get into some questions.
All right, we're going to start with some email. Blake, hey all, just found you guys recently when I added a new song by Ryan Stevenson at my radio station.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Got curious, thought I would find out more about Gabriel, who is
Hey.
featured in the song, and stumbled on here. I'm
Shut up.
huge gamer and a big podcast listener, so I have been time traveling through the back catalog of episodes for the last few days. And,
man.
and I gotta
That's awesome.
say, my fiance loves it. So that's
What?
awesome.
Very cool.
That's awesome. Wait,
You're welcome.
right. But the question is, do you like it? Do you love it? I'm glad your fiance loves it. And congratulations, by the way. That's awesome. But I'm not just a huge gamer and big podcast listener. I'm also a big man. Any chance
Heyo.
a larger size, like a 2XL or 3XL shirt could ever be sold? If not, it's all good. God bless you all. And Router, I think you have sworn me off cauliflower for good. Thanks and bye now.
I like that cauliflower gets the bad rap when it's the wine's fault.
Really?
Right.
So, no, it's my fault. It's nobody else's fault. It's my fault.
So
So
let's
you're
get
wel-
one thing really straight. Yeah.
That's right. You're welcome, everybody. Blake, man, awesome. Welcome to the family, and congratulations on your future marriage. That
Yeah,
is
really.
Yeah,
great.
man.
Love that your fiance loves it too. That's really, really cool. I love hearing that stuff.
Man, I'm going to have to thank Ryan Stevenson. Be like, dude, you got us a podcast.
Right?
That's right. Exactly.
What a strange turn of events. That's great.
That's so
man.
cool.
Yep.
That's sick.
Moving on. D, are you happy with the result of this past week's Game of Thrones? I actually had to modify this because he went a little bit more in depth. And it said, P.S., Gabe, you should check out a video game store in Arlington called Game Over Video Games. They have a bunch of retro stuff and a mini museum as well.
Christopher?
Yeah, I just found that store this week when I was searching for something for us to do when you come to town. I was like, oh, I got to go check this place out.
Sweet.
Yes.
Well, we will do that.
Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Nope.
Yes.
I do not watch Game of Thrones.
Okay, so Ed, you and I, and yes, I'm very happy with the result of this past week's.
Yeah, I'm cool. Whatever.
Yeah, right.
I will say this. I've watched a little bit of it. Stacy watches it. I know what happens this week because I read spoilers for stuff that I don't really care much about.
Sure.
And without really following the story and having an invested interest, I thought it was a dumb idea. I don't like what happened.
Okay.
I feel like it was a cop out
From the guy who doesn't watch the show.
I know, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but I
No,
mean,
that's
I watched the majority of the first season. I guess I'll say that. So I'm familiar with who the character. I know who the guy is.
Really funny.
That's awesome.
But-
I love that.
Wait,
I
you
just-
only watched
yeah.
the first season? There's like 5.
I know, but it was too.
You
I
got a
it did
lot
not.
to catch up on, brother.
Yeah.
No, I get it. No, that's totally fine.
It went. There's so many people to remember, and it went everywhere, and everybody died. Kind of.
Yeah,
Exactly.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why I told the guys, I was like, I've watched Red Wedding and that's it.
Oh, that's right.
And that's like a slaughterhouse.
That episode was ridiculous.
I
Right.
watched Red Wedding and then I went and watched reactions to the Red Wedding and people
Yeah.
were crying and
I did watch
upset.
that too.
Those were hilarious.
I watched the reactions.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
reactions are great. Thank you, Dee, for that. Moving on, Lucas Ham.
Yeah,
Hey, fellas, may the 4th be with you.
May
Thank
the
you.
Fourth be with you as well.
And also with you.
And also with you. In honor of
he is risen indeed.
In honor of Star Wars Day, I have a random situational question for you. Let's imagine you have lost a bet and agreed to get a Star Wars themed tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
What would you get and where would you put it?
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. What a terrible bet.
Oh my gosh.
If I lost that bet, I'd be I might as well draw up the divorce papers.
Well, you could have a tattoo of Yoda drawing up divorce papers on your back.
Exactly. Yeah, I would think it would either be Yoda or probably just the lightsaber
Oh, I
on
like
like
that.
the back of the arm kind of situation. To where like if ever you get in shape, you can wear no shirt and somebody's like, "Oh, dope lightsaber," because
Yeah.
everything looks better on people in shape.
That's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Because when you're the chubby ninja, people are like, "Yep, that seems about right." Lightsaber tattoo, nerd alert. Like, but when you're in shape, then you're cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would get the rebel symbol on my neck, and it would say "Rebel Life" right underneath it.
No, look at you.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
right.
All right, Tupac.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you got to own it. You know, I mean,
I do like the rebel symbol. That's a good idea.
go big or go home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ed?
I think I would get a little tiny Darth Maul head under my eye so I could tell people I killed him in prison.
Nice. All right, Birdman, way to go.
Golly. What the heck?
That is awesome and very cryptic. Thank you. I would get Jar Jar Binks on my left cheek so he can kiss my butt. That's what I
That's what you get.
That's amazing.
Oh, good deal.
would get. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. No, I was thinking I like the rebel symbol, probably my shoulder.
Nice.
Nice.
That symbol is pretty dope.
It's really cool. I love that. Lucas, thanks for that, man. That's a good one. Love us some Star Wars. Moving on to Facebook at Bo Maneri. Hamburgers, loose meat or patty? I grew up in the Midwest and gotta go loose meat.
What does that mean?
Isn't that a sloppy Joe?
Yeah, is that what he means?
No, it's I don't know.
I have no idea what loose meat every hamburger I've ever had has been a patty.
Yeah.
That sounds like a sickness, loose meat.
I got the loose meats again.
Oh, Doc, I think I got the loose meat. Can you give me a shot?
That is freaking gross, Chris.
That's really gross and
is
hilarious all at the same
disgusting.
time. Bo, please to explain yourself because I don't know what that. I mean, is he talking like a frozen patty that you just slap on, or is he talking like you mold the ground beef into an actual?
Oh, if
patty?
he means mold the ground beef, let's mold the ground beef.
Yeah, let's definitely mold the ground beef versus just
Yeah.
grabbing a frozen patty or whatever.
I'm scared to put loose meat or patty in my Google search.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let's just have Bo contact
Explain
us back
it.
on Facebook and
Okay.
tell us what he means. I think he means taking the ground beef and molding it into a patty versus purchasing or getting just frozen patties or something like that. I think.
Huh.
All right.
I've never heard that phrase.
Yeah, I have not either. I'm not sure how to answer.
Then, unfortunately, I have to say loose meat.
Yeah. I think I would say that too. It's fresher.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So that's awesome. Joseph
Ed,
Grimm.
did you answer?
Oh yeah, sorry, Ed.
Oh yeah, I would go with loose meat if that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else that my imagination wants it to be, I don't want it to be
No,
that.
I don't want it to be that at all.
Yeah, patty if it's not what we're talking about.
That's
Yeah.
right. Joseph Grimm, I just want to know one thing. If you're happy and you know it, clap them hands. Thank you.
I hope somebody's lights went out in their house.
That's awesome. Moving on, Kale Meeks. Given the recent explosion of streaming and Let's Play content, are there any games that you guys enjoy watching more than playing?
Ooh,
It's a great question.
man.
I think I would watch something if I was on the fence about a game and I may pick it up, or I just know I'm not going to pick it up, but I'm curious about it. Because I typically don't watch a lot of gameplay because most of the games that I want to play, like I want to play those games, so I don't want to know anything about it.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, you're interested in the game.
I like to be surprised. I want to be naturally like surprised and not know, oh, I've watched this episode and this happens.
Yeah. I like watching games where you can play it differently just to see, like I loved watching Gabe's Hitman walkthrough because he did it totally different than I did. And so I like that factor of it.
Yeah. We have to talk about that right after this episode because I want to hear the stuff you did.
Right?
I don't think there's a specific kind of thing I like, but I just like watching people that play video games play video games.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I know that there's been a couple times, especially with Chris and Ed, where I've just like had the playlist going and really enjoyed it, like Firewatch and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so I'm a little opposite of Ed. Like I like more linear games where I know like, and that was the experience. You know what I mean? Because like I knew I wasn't going to play Firewatch, so it wasn't such a bummer to watch it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't think there's any game that I enjoy watching more than playing, but I will say one game that I do like watching a lot, if I'm going to be like just tooling around on Twitch and trying to find something to watch.
Don't say Minecraft.
It's Hearthstone. Because there are a lot of people really good at Hearthstone, and I'm not.
I have
like
done
to
that
watch
too.
the players.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have certainly watched some of those, and I'm like, where's that card? I don't have that card.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you crushing this person so bad?
There's one guy I follow on Twitch. His name is Trump, which is an unfortunate name given the time frame in the world right now. It's like Trump SC or whatever, but he's really, really good, and he's just a mellow. You know, he doesn't get real energetic or anything, but he's very good at the game. And I like to watch what he does. Just if nothing else, that maybe by osmosis, I'll kind of learn some of what he's doing and be able to implement some of that.
Dude, I did that. I did that for Hearthstone a few times too, just to see what everybody else was doing and what cards they used. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really cool. And I would say too, like if I have finished a game, I would go back and probably like Ed. I think I want to see some of your Primal to see what you did. Yeah. And if you did anything differently. I mean, that's a pretty linear game. But just to be able to see the different, like again, like you guys said, if there's an alternate ending, I want to see that, and
right.
So it's cool. It's really good for me as kind of a reference, either after the game or if I'm stuck somewhere, then I'll go. But But I, like in anticipation of a game I want to play, I won't touch it until I'm played it.
Yeah,
that's great.
Nice. Seth Roy, what is your favorite historical period, and what kind of game would you like to see in that period? For example, I love the American Revolution. A telltale game that tells the story of a regiment, troop, etc. could be cool, or even of a family that is wrapped up in the war. That's a great idea, actually. Holy cow. Unfortunately, the American Revolution has been spoiled by Assassin's Creed 3, but that's neither here nor there.
There you go. What's yours, Tim?
You know, I still think... I said it a long time ago, and I'm still on this Assassin's Creed kick. And a Civil War Assassin's Creed would be pretty interesting.
I'm there with you.
I still don't know how that would happen, but it could. I mean, you could have a pretty amazing story of brother fighting brother. Yeah. Which that would be on a story level. That could be really cool and very impactful. And
do you mean brother fighting brother or brothers fighting brothers?
Dude.
Both happened.
White man here. You know what I mean. No, it could go either way. But just in general, it could be white or black. It doesn't matter. But that was the whole that was such a huge part of the Civil War, was that families were divided. So
Yeah.
a story mode like that could be really cool.
You totally took my answer. I'm
Sorry.
No, that's awesome. I was going to say the 1860s and a Civil War Assassin's Creed I thought would be really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know much about history, but I am like really I like the Greek gods and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And like
All right.
and I would have, I mean, not to offend anyone, but like I think we know that those were just made up. And so like something around that time period of like when that stuff was on and popping, or like ancient Egypt, like when the pyramids were getting built.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
Just
yeah.
because they're such still a mystery to us.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Right.
That may be happening with the new Assassin's Creed next year, because I think they were alluding to that. But
because my whole thing was like, we think that we pretty much know how they did it, but it's still like such an amazing feat of
Yeah.
engineering
Yep.
that it would be kind of cool to have a game of then.
I love it.
Christopher?
I think you guys all have probably better answers than I could come up with. I mean, every time that I think
He's
of
like the
something,
90s.
Yeah.
The 80s.
I really like the 90s a lot.
Man, I'm going to go way back to the 70s. I wasn't born yet.
Yeah. A disco game.
I mean, my default is always, and it's been done 100 times, so I've always gotten it. But my favorite is World War II. I just
Amen.
like stuff,
Yep.
but that's been done to death. So as far as something new, I mean, I'm cool with pyramids, Civil War, all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're all interesting to me, but my favorite's always been World War II. And like I said, it's been done hundreds of times.
I know,
Yeah,
but there's so many amazing stories coming out of World War II. Like it's too much to tell. You know, it was a pretty incredible time period.
Yeah.
But you're right, it has been kind of beaten to death.
Yep.
Scott Page, how do you guys feel about digital download games? PC users have Steam, which seems to be infinite. However, consoles, unless backwards compatible, will eventually stop their service. How dare you, sir?
Seriously, that's true.
No, it's, yeah.
Because we try to play, like, you can't go and play, and I know, I'm not saying this is digital, but you just talk about consoles and servers. You know, I can't go back and play Mario Kart on the Wii because they've stopped all those servers.
Yep.
Oh, right.
So it's kind of two separate questions. I mean, you talk about servers and
Yeah.
digital.
This is more about digital download games, which we all know what Chris is all about.
Yep. I'm all for it.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. My whole thing with digital download games is storage. Unless consoles are going to come out with 2, 3, 4, even 5 terabyte consoles, I ain't touching it. I'd rather just get a computer, get a PC at that point. But
Yeah.
I like my disc games, and
Wait. You do realize that even your disc games, they're downloading the game to the hard drive.
Right. No, I get that. But the fact that digital games they're just so I don't know. It's too huge. Like, I need storage. That's the thing. I don't want to lose any of my saved data, and I've purged a lot of my saved data from games. What I'll typically do is when a game's done, and if my storage starts to get pretty high, I'll go back a few games ago and be like, well, I'm never going to do that again, so I'll just delete all the data from that.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to have to constantly be doing that. And if I continue to download digital games more and more, especially with all these updates, I mean, we're getting a 7 gig update for Uncharted, aren't we? Or
yeah, 5. Yeah.
5, something like that. So, like, unless consoles bring out higher storage, like, I'm just gonna, like, at least I have the option to pop out a disc, put that one in. If I need to delete it, I can delete it. I don't know. It's just, I'm just not there yet. I'm old school.
Yeah, I got you.
I totally get all the old school thing, but like and I can see like not downloading every PS Plus game every week, whether you're going to play it or not. But like, I play almost all of my games I buy off the PSN store or Xbox store if I'm buying it there. And to me, it's the exact same thing, because I mean, I have to, like, if I download Uncharted 4, let's say, and it's 40 gigabytes. Well, it's going to be 40 gigabytes on my hard drive, or if I put in the disk, it's got to load 40 gigabytes onto my hard drive off the disk. Now, granted, both versions are going to have that feature where once it's loaded X amount, you usually can start playing the game.
Right.
But it's kind of the same difference, which if you just like physical, because I know you've said before, you like to have the case and look at them like little trophies and stuff, and that's cool. But as far as space goes, like you're in the same boat whether you're disc or digital.
Yeah, you are right. Maybe I just like the portability of it because it seems like
there's definitely that.
Yeah, I guess with digital, because you can still, if you've purchased it before, you can re-download it. I think it's getting to the point where the lines are getting.
Yeah, they're getting blurred.
They're getting blurred.
They're definitely getting blurred. But yeah, I kind of just like. I think you're right. Maybe it's just the trophy part of it, or it's not really even for the artwork anymore. Because you can get that, you still get that same experience, but it is cool. Like I just
my main thing is I like, and The Last of Us rekindled this for me. Mm-hmm. I love, hey, play this game. I'll bring it to you on Thursday.
Yeah,
that's definitely.
I
a
miss
thing.
that.
And so to me, like that is worth buying the physical disc.
There you
like
go.
especially if they're going to be the same price. Because, if I buy something off, and I don't know how this works with Best Buy or whatever, but because I get the 20% off at Best Buy, I don't know. Does that work with digital, Chris? Or do I still have to pay $60 to PSN for a physical disc I could get for $12 less than that?
I have no idea because I'm not part of the Gamers Club Unlocked, but I don't think it extends to digital because they don't.
I don't think it does either.
They only sell credits to the store. Like you could go buy a PSN card,
but you don't get discount on that.
Pre-order you can't buy a pre-order of a digital game. So I don't think the discount works.
Yeah, because the whole point is they want you in the store. That's
right.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't want to pay $12 more for something I could have and let somebody borrow. So digital is not,
great point.
But I'm one of the, I don't know if this is rare, but I sit right next to my console because it's plugged up to like my whole computer monitor thing. And so there's not like that get up and go change the disc thing either.
Yeah.
So I don't have that like, oh, it's across the room. I want everything digitally so I can just switch games.
Yeah. In the original version of the Xbox One, before they started switching all the stuff around, they were going to be implementing some kind of way to share your digital games with friends, not just people who are signed in under your name or whatever.
Right.
And there's kind of a way to do that on the PlayStation. I think also in the Xbox right now, it's a little janky.
That share thing. Yeah.
I really wish that's something that would have still happened. And if there is a next generation of PS4 and Xbox One, I really hope that's something that's implemented because that is something that on my side. Now, granted, I don't know many people in the real world that play games that I would be giving games to. Yeah. But I do have that as a deficit on my end. It's like, one, I don't get the deep discounts that you get from like Amazon or whatever. And I don't have the ability to hand off a game to another person. That's definitely missing from me. But so if I had a bunch of real life friends, I probably would consider physical more often.
Real life friends.
That play games, excuse me. I guess I should have specified
What
that.
about you, Ed?
I've definitely transitioned. Most of our physical games we have are 360 and Wii games. And since I've gone to the Xbox One and PS4, the vast majority of them are digital. And
nice.
I bought a hard drive and plugged it into the Xbox One. And I don't really have a preference, but I just seem to have gone digital for no real reason.
Well, I think it's easier.
Yeah.
And it's more immediate.
It is definitely easier.
It's not like, oh, let me go to the store and go pick up this game. It's like, oh, let me download this game in 45 minutes or whatever. Or in Chris's case, 3.5 hours.
No, my download speed is banging. It's just that upload
it's
speed.
Just Nice. Good question.
Great question. Moving on to Twitter, and I'll just get a few in because we're running low on time. Eric Green at ECG28713. Are you going to buy Call of Duty Infinite Warfare just for the remaster of Modern Warfare? Well, kind of touched on this. But nope.
I don't know, man. Yeah, Tim definitely. You've never played any of those, though, right, Tim?
I have. Back in the day, I have Modern Warfare 3, I think. And
you did?
I played it once, and that was it. I was like, okay, cool. I know exactly what these games are like.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, it looked awesome. Like graphically, it was incredible, and it's super fast paced, and I actually blew through it pretty quickly. But I'm like, cool. Like it didn't make me want to go back over and over again. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm good with it.
If you at all had any interest,
I was just about to say,
I would say this is the one to get because it comes with both of them. And you could get it. You could play Modern Warfare, and then you could play Infinite Warfare to see the difference. I wouldn't want to do Infinite first because it's going to be crazy going backwards.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to or had any interest, I would say this would be the one to get.
Okay.
I agree.
Good to know.
Good question, Eric. Hope them babies are doing good.
What'd you say?
I said, I hope them babies are doing good. He's got those twins.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Let's see. At DSpin67, outside of your kids being born, what is the most amazing thing you have ever looked at or visited?
Oof. Yikes.
When I was driving out to California for the first time, I was 21, and I stopped just by myself. Stopped at the Grand Canyon, and it's
nice.
It was
Pretty incredible.
pretty impressive.
Unfortunately, on the visit side, I've not gone to many places. Like, I've not seen the Grand Canyon. I've not seen the Eiffel Tower. I've not seen a lot of that stuff. So there's still stuff I need to do. As far as seeing that is not a place visit, but just seeing with my eyes. I know this is going to sound cheesy. Just stick with me. But there's something about, I've done wedding photography, like as a side gig. Like, I've shot a lot of weddings. And the brides always have that glow, but there's just something about seeing your own bride.
Yeah.
It's just, the glow is like magnified times 10. So
Oh my gosh.
when I came down there, or when I was standing down there, when Stacy came around that corner being led by her dad in her dress,
That's
there you
awesome.
go, man.
that was a really,
Look at you
that
getting
image
those
will all be in my
points.
head.
Getting those
know.
points. Well,
Yeah,
I know. I'm with you, brother. That's
awesome.
That is exact. That's a good man. That's a good husband right there.
You're all right, Chris.
Yeah, you're
Don't
all
let
right,
him-
buddy.
That's a great answer, though.
That's a great answer.
Gosh, man. Unfortunately, I'm not that guy that is like, oh, take it in, guys. This is the real deal right here.
Gabe's like, yep, where are we going next? I'm
yeah,
hungry. Let's
I
go
am
get
not
let's
that
go
guy.
get some
So is
loose
there a
meat
McDonald's
burgers.
here? That's the question. Yeah. But when I went to New Zealand, I thought that was probably the most beautiful country I've ever seen. And then
I would love to go to New Zealand.
we got to go to the leftover sets of
Lord of the
Lord
Rings?
of the Rings and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, I want to do
And
that.
so that was pretty cool. But like just New Zealand in general is like it's pretty beautiful countryside. So I probably have to say that.
That's
and,
awesome.
and Jenny coming down the aisle or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, definitely.
Chris making us all. Chris should have went last. He's making us all look bad.
I know, man.
All right.
It was not my intent.
Definitely for me, when Piper was born, I know he said, aside from my kids being born, when Piper was born, that will just always be forever in my mind. But as far as visiting wise, Lauren and I, for our 10-year anniversary, went to Italy. And that country is beautiful.
Nice.
And what I love about it is the simplicity of their life, the simplicity of everything,
Yeah.
the simplicity in their food.
Interesting.
They just keep it simple and keep it relaxed. And I wish everybody was like that.
Huh. Interesting.
Last one from our boy Chowfie.
Ed, did you say? Oh, you said Grand Canyon. Sorry.
Yeah. Chowfie says, aside from Tim's ability to sleep on the spot, which character trait of your pod homies do you wish you had?
Oh, I have an answer.
Wow.
Go.
I have an answer.
Chris and Tim have this ability to be really positive about things.
Man, you stole mine.
And,
I hate you, Gabe. I hate you.
And I, like, by nature, I'm a little bit more cynical. Like, number one, because I think it's funny, and so. But number two, I think I'm just like so over it. I'm just kidding. But Chris and Tim are both like very positive people, and Stacy is really positive. Chris's wife. And I don't know. There's something about that I'm a little jealous of. The fact that how they just kind of live in that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I hate you, Gabe.
Yeah, I gotta piggyback on that just because, yeah, Tim, your glass half full outlook is something that I envy. And like
Nice.
Gabe, I can be pretty cynical. And I also with Chris, I just really like your commitment to the best, to do the best, make things the best you can be.
Nice.
And Gabe's got that as well. But Gabe, I and you're not allowed to deflect this at all. I really envy your singing voice.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
My laughing, yeah, right, was my deflection. I thought I could get away
I
with
was
it if it was
just
on
gonna
laugh.
say.
That's a deflection.
Well, you
right.
don't want my singing voice, Doc.
Is everybody else gone?
I haven't, but you go. You go first.
I'll say that there is no better hype man in all of
Oh my
podcasting
God, yes.
than our chubby ninja.
That's right.
Our ambassador to the world.
Right.
And I wish that I could have that enthusiasm and be able to bring it as consistently as Gabe can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then as far as Ed goes, I wish that I had his sense of comedic timing, because I don't. And I'm jealous of that in the sense that, man, I wish I could be half as good at that being funny as that man is.
He is.
And
I've been doing Assassin Gold like the whole through my whole AC playthrough, and it's all because of Ed. Because my wife laughed when Ed did it, and so I was like, maybe she'll laugh if I do it, and that is not the case.
This is not how it goes.
I will watch an Ed playthrough of something, and he'll just say random stuff that, one, I'll be like, how did he come up with that? And two, like, and the way he delivers it is funny. I feel like if I do that, it just falls flat.
It's so true.
At least in my head, that's how it plays. And that man is a social media genius. If you're on the Married to the Games Twitter or any of our social media, the majority of it is Ed, and he is killing it. He's awesome at it. So I wish I had that skill as well.
Slaughtering
and
it.
then I'm going to kind of piggyback a little bit off of what Gabe said as well. But Router is positivity. Like I feel like he's more positive even than I am about a lot of things. I can be cynical as well. Maybe I just don't show it as much. But also, and I'm kind of saying this from afar because I've not spent a lot of time with Router in person, but I very much get the sense that he's the kind of guy that will at the drop of a hat, he'll go to help a person or help a friend or do something for somebody else or help prop them up.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't do that as much as I probably should. Like right now, I've got some people in my life that are dealing with some stuff, and I'm more the type of guy that's like, well, I don't know what to do for them, so I won't do anything because I don't want to do the wrong thing.
Right.
And I feel like that's not the right thing to do. I really need to be doing something when a person is in need is better than doing even the wrong thing, maybe, you know? I mean, it's not like I'm going to cut them or something like, oh my gosh, I was trying to help you up and I sliced your finger, you know?
I'll cut you.
So I feel like that's a trait that I would really like to have that I feel Router has.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Were we supposed to do each person? Sorry, I didn't do Ed.
We are, so that's totally fine by me. Ed, I love your humor. I think you have a great sense of humor, and on top of that, you also have a pretty amazing heart too, which I've just, in the time that I've gotten to know you, I feel like we're kind of brothers cut from the same cloth, and it's pretty cool because I think I see a lot of traits in both of us, which is really great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Gabe, man, you're even keel. You are an amazing hype man, and you are so. I think you're just such a social person and a likable person, and you're just you're good like that. And Chris, man, you're just Irish. I'm kidding.
And Chris, you're just drunk.
You're just Chris, dude. I know you the least out of all these guys, but already like you're just a positive person. You put everything, you take everything 110%, and I love that. Your passion for games, your passion for video, your passion for life is awesome, and I'm seeing that, and so this is just going to get better and better, and I love it. I think it's great, and you guys are amazing.
Amen to that.
Group
Look
hug.
at that. A little
That's
love
right.
fest.
Right?
Yeah,
We got some love going on for episode 190.
I think I got diabetes all of a sudden.
There's too much sugar in the
Too much sugar going around.
That's right.
Got a touch of the sugar.
A touch of the sugar.
I got the sugars. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, man, I love this. I love what we've got right now, and I think it's just gonna get better.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Keep it going.
Yep, that's
like it. Nice. Woo. Well, 190, 10 weeks away from 200, y'all.
Man.
I'm so excited.
Everybody's coming to town. Exactly. Are we celebrating?
Yeah.
Everybody's coming to town. Ed's coming to town. Chris is coming to town. Me and Tim are already here.
That's right.
And
we're going to be serving cauliflower and wine.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Loose meat.
We hope to see. We need to check in on Hall. Hall's baby is due soon.
Yes,
if they haven't had it
Yeah.
already.
I need to text him.
So we need to do I'm going to ask him for like a little update of what's
good
going
idea.
on, and maybe he can
be
record
great.
it or something like that and send it in, and we can hear what's going on. So, yeah, man. I can't believe it. People are be coming in from near and far. Ugh.
How many
I'm so
people
nervous
do we
and
have?
excited. I don't know. We need to do an official RSVP. We'll maybe do one a month out.
Okay.
We'll do an official RSVP so we kind of know what to be expecting. But like, man, I think the street team's coming in. I think Stansel's coming in, and
nice.
Oh man, it's gonna be great. Hopefully, we have some returners. Hopefully, we haven't heard from like Arkman Noah in a while, but you know,
Arkman Noah let me know he's probably not going to be able to make it.
Oh, dang it! Well, thanks for that news, Chris. You could have said you didn't know.
I mean, but we are going to have Scotty Lindsay's going to be coming.
Yeah, nice.
I'm
Scotty's
pretty
coming
sure
back.
Jeff Swan is coming again as well.
Yeah,
nice. And I think Donnie Reese talked about coming, which I think would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
He's been a huge part of our community and doing his things over, play some games. So, I don't know who. I think Eric Green had said he's coming down with the Twins.
Oh, yes.
Woo. Dude, come on now.
Yeah, bring it.
There's about to be a family affair up in this piece.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, we're going to have the whole city rented out. So this is it's going to be a fun time. Question of the week for you guys was going to sound weird coming off of that Love Fest, but I thought of it last night and it has nothing to do with how much we all love each other and want to be each other instead of ourselves. Scary games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play them? And what's the scariest game you've played? Obviously, I don't play scary games all like that, but I did play PT at episode 100. And I would have to say the first Resident Evil kind of had me going. I was like, okay, I'm scared. And so, scary games, do you play them, Christopher?
I'll dabble with them. They're not really my thing. Like I played Until Dawn, which was kind of scary. And then I played Outlast, which was, I didn't play the whole thing.
Watching your Until Dawn was so.
Oh my gosh, those jump scares were awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
And I know people right now are calling me a pansy because they're like, that game's not scary because it's kind of silly. But I mean, so scary games are not really my thing. Probably the scariest one that I've played, I would say, is Doom. Like back in the day, because I remember being scared to play that when I was younger.
Yeah.
There's some creepy monsters in that game. And I'm going to be playing the new Doom, so I'm a little bit nervous about it.
There you go.
Nice.
Chris, can you please, I don't know if you still have, we need to make a compilation of you jumping in that game.
Oh my gosh.
And put it on the YouTube channel because it was so, Chris did the picture in picture. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch some of the Until Dawn playthrough. It is so funny watching him jump. Oh, I just rewind the jumps. Like I don't care anything about the game. I just like watching him be scared.
Yeah, I can look at it. I can probably make a little compilation or something.
Oh, please
There
do.
you go.
Yeah.
Please. Oh, Edward.
I'm like Chris. I haven't played a whole lot. Probably I was going to say the scariest that came to mind was probably Layers of Fear, but then I remembered I also played Alien Isolation, and
there you go.
just thinking of that, I'm getting palpitations.
Nice.
Ed was playing the Alien, and he was in the corner going, adventure.
Game over, man. Game over.
That's right.
That's funny.
God.
God.
Yeah, I've played Dead Space. For me, that whole series was really good.
Scary.
Some good jump scares. But I'm not. It's weird. Like I really wanted to play Until Dawn. I just never got around to it. But I'll play them definitely. But I'd rather play something like Uncharted or something else than that. But
me too, for sure. I'd much rather play Uncharted.
Yeah, I think everybody would. But yeah, I mean, if there's a really good story, like if it has a good storyline to it, I'm all for it too. Dead Space was just fun. It was, I don't know, I just gravitated to that one. I thought it was cool.
I'm telling you, Colton Dixon loves scary games.
Nice.
Loves them.
So cool.
Is out looking for them and will play them if people say they're scary. I'm like, no freaking thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, do you guys play scary games? Let us know. Use hashtag #MTTG. And I can't wait to hear some of these answers because there's some scary games out there.
Right.
All right. Episode 190 in the books. And we are away. Gabe Patillo, Tim Router, Ed Placencia, Chris McCracken. We are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace!